All right. In this episode, we are joined by the wonderful Kelly Dukes, class of 2018. Kelly, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. All right. So, why'd you pick early college?
Early college was a choice that I didn't really have to make, but I really didn't want to go to just any regular Conway high school or any regular Carolina Forest. I didn't want to go to a regular high school. So it was either for me to start out with ATA, scholars, or anything such as those type of schools. So I chose early college because I'm like, I think I can do this and I want to see the outcome that I'll have with it.
How'd your mom feel about it?
My mom was all for it. Like all for it. And I think me and you both know that she was all for it because
Yeah.
of who she is. She was all for it. She was like, "You want to do that? You don't want?" She said, "Okay, do it. I'm all for it. I'm with you. I'm behind you." She's like, "Okay, this is going to be a little different than regular high school." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but I think I can do it." And she's like, "You think you can do it? So since you think you can do it, you better do it." And I'm like, "Okay, yes, ma'am. All right, I got you."
Understand. Tell your mom we said hello.
Yeah, I will.
All right. So, the support obviously is a big deal. It's come up in several of the interviews. Success here largely depends on support, whether it be from home or from us. Support seems to be
Mhm,
kind of a common denominator for success here. All right.
mhm.
So, you pick early college. You show up, you got Bridge Week. We still do Bridge Week. We probably play the same games we played when you were a freshman, too. Uh,
Okay,
we're still doing bingo cards and balloons and all of that stuff and doing those end of the week skits.
okay.
Do you remember your skit? You can be honest if you don't. I'll look it
I
up
don't.
later.
I'm feeling like an old lady now because I don't remember my skit. Yeah, I don't remember my skit.
I'm sure it was great. Which advisory were you in?
I was in the colorful Kalos crew.
Okay. It's a lot of alliteration. Colorful
Yes, it
Caleb.
is.
So you probably came up with some kind of masterpiece in terms of skits. You're meeting these new people from all over Horry County, and then you show up, and it turns out school's a lot harder than Bridge Week.
Very much harder.
How do you adjust from the expectations of middle school to the demands of early college?
Um, with the demands of early college, it was not so much hard, especially when you're not a troublesome student. So it's not that bad, but it's like you're coming to a school and the teachers and everyone knows what they want to expect out of their students. So no, you don't have to be the utmost perfect student, but they do expect for you to know right from wrong and to do very well in what you do. The teachers, they weren't so hard down on you, but they knew the way that they expected their work and they knew of the work that they were giving to you. So for years, they have been telling their students they expect for the work to be done such a certain way. For Chappell, as instance, he came in and as a freshman, we heard all these different stories, and they're telling us, "Hey, well, I'm going to tell you guys about Mr. Chappell's class. Mr. Chappell's class is hard, and he has some hard work, and he's this type of person, and he's this type of person." And it was like, Okay, I know how my grades are. I know what type of student I am. I know how to accomplish my work even when it does get hard. I know how to go to my teachers and ask for help. But this is going to be a different story. And I'm walking around and I'm asking this student, and maybe the next student might tell me something different about Mr. Chappell. It'll make me a little bit ready to get in his class. So I'm a sophomore. I get in his class first day. He gives us an assignment, and I'm like, I'm nervous. I'm kind of scared to pick up my pencil and write my name. I might not write it the right way. He wants me to write it on the line. And the first assignment it wasn't the most simplest, but it was pretty simple, especially when you listen to what he tells you and how he wants it done. And that's all you have to do is just listen, follow the directions, read your directions, and go from there. And I finished the assignment and turned it in, and I got it back, and I'm looking at my grade like, I'm scared. I don't even want to flip the paper over. I'm going to keep it flipped over. I'm walking back to my seat, and everybody's flipping their papers over. They're so happy, and my paper's still flat, turned on the other side. And they're like, "What'd you get?" I don't know. Are you gonna see? Well, yeah, I'll see. And I'm picking the paper up, turning it over slowly. And I'm like closing my eyes once I get it flipped over. Okay, it's flipped over. I have no choice but to open my eyes and look and see my grade. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, hmm, look at that first number that I see. Is that an eight? Hmm, okay. I think I got my paper upside down. Turning it around. I'm like, no, it's not upside down. That is an eight, the first number I see. And I'm turning around. I got an 88. And everybody's like, you got a what? I got an 88. Wow, what'd you get? Well, we didn't get an 88. Okay, well, did you do better than me? If you did, congratulations. They're like, no, we got nowhere near 88. Did we listen to what he told us? Yeah, we were sitting in class with you. Well, I don't think we listened correctly. So, but yeah, I got an 88. So basically, the gist of that is you basically just got to listen to what your teachers say. No, they're not going to tell you word for word how to do your work and how they want it done, but listen to them. And all you have to do is follow their directions, do your paper, do what you know. Hey, you're done. Turn it in.
Um, I think that's a pretty good explanation. I don't think it even just applies to like my class.
Yeah.
We set you up to win. Just
Hmm.
do what we ask you to do. Uh, so yeah, 100% on that. All right, so you're kind of figuring this piece out, coming from the middle school world into the high school, and from there you're actually even going on to the college stuff. At first that 10th grade year would kind of introduce you, just put your foot in the water a little bit with
Hmm.
all early college friends, which could be a good thing, might not be, depending on the crowd you hang with. Junior year, you're moving into primarily tech classes. Uh, what was your major?
My major was, what did I have as my major? I want to say my major was psychology.
Mm,
Psychology was my major. And I actually stuck with psychology. I
yeah,
didn't really want to stick with it, but I actually stuck with it.
gotcha. All right, so senior year, uh, well, actually, let me back up. Junior year, How is junior and senior